Doctor! Doctor! I'm in pain again.
What holds supreme? The world has gone blind. The world has... One shot, darkness. What holds supreme? The world has gone blind!
hear a faction of Chongqi artificers have been causing real trouble outside the walls.
So they say. Rumor is they trace their roots all the way back to the Qin-era Chongqi artificers. The hidden mountain. We're finally here. Aunt Han? Could she be here? After what happened with the Yama escort, it seems like things might be a bit complicated here. Aunt Han is entangled in too many secrets. Seeking her openly isn't smart. Better to ask some disciples first.
I hear a faction of Chongqi artificers have been causing real trouble outside the walls.
So they say. Rumor is they trace their roots all the way back to the Qin-era Chongqi artificers.
Quit burying your head in that model. We're
Why are
on
the elders
lockdown,
always
and this
impossible
is the
to
main
find?
choke point. So keep your eyes open. Which matters more, your thesis or guarding the gate?
My thesis, obviously. Besides, Heron is already on gate.
One exam
What's
after
gone into
another.
those Chongqi
Big ones,
artificers
small
these
ones.
past few years?
When does it end?
Why would they suddenly go off the rails and blow up the roads?
Those lunatics ruined Zhengle's new rice field irrigation machine, right when it was about to produce final test data.
Senior sisters, I have urgent news for the Grandmaster. I've just arrived here. Could you tell me which way to go?
Just arrived? You clearly don't know anything about this place.
The Grandmaster has refused visitors since taking office. Only those with true talent can catch her attention. You might as well give up now.
It's urgent. There must be some way to meet her.
Oh, it's all luck. A couple of days ago, an outsider stumbled across this place, and the Grandmaster took him on as a disciple because he had talent.
Though from what I saw, he was just making pots, pans, and other odds and ends. No wonder people say the Grandmaster sees things differently from the rest of us.
May I ask what his name is and how I can find him? I'd like to speak with him.
His name's Lei. Quite friendly. I just saw him up ahead near that red tree. If you hurry, you might still catch him.
Excuse me, senior brothers.
A new face? Where are you from?
I'm Elder Peng's disciple. From outside the mountain. It's my first time here, so I have some questions.
Elder Peng? She's always supported seclusion, and this latest trip was for urgent business. With Mohist Hill under lockdown at a time like this, she took on a disciple?
I have my disciple token right here. Ask Senior Sister Heron if you don't believe me. She can prove it. I came in through the Gasping Cliff too.
Well, if she let you through... I did hear that Elder Peng invited a guest.
You must be exceptionally talented. I can't even figure out my thesis topic. How am I supposed to make it here? Junior sister, would you mind telling me what your paper is about? Minting furnaces? Now that's it.
I have important information.
The sect master have to wait.
The Grand better off
Thank
asking
you,
her disciples.
Senior Brothers. Those two were dodging the question. They're definitely hiding something. They're keeping people out and locking down
One
the
exam
mountain.
after another. Big ones, small ones.
If only Lei were my junior brother.
Open enrollment.
He'd
The elder
save me so
teaches in
much
person.
work.
Get fit, learn to swim, and have a good time. Don't miss out.
Excuse me? I'm looking for Brother Lei.
Oh, he just left. He'd been looking around the pangolin peddler before someone called him away.
Do you know where he went?
Beats me. Lei's new here, and he's a nice kid. Always willing to lend a hand. He's probably off helping someone. Why not just sit down with me for a bit? Have a drink, enjoy the view.
You mean just sit here and wait?
It's called patience.
So, you made up your own secret.
No. It's actually based on an...
Only a Mohist would turn laziness into something scholarly.
looking for important. If he can't find it, he'll come back. So if you wait...
Fair point, Senior Brother. Sounds like you've got... So I really do just have to sit here and wait? Big Feng? When did you get here?
I was going to ask Heron whether she'd seen any strangers come through recently, but she ended up giving me a lecture instead. She said this place isn't what it used to be. Now that I'm back, I need to watch my every word. I couldn't keep up with you, so I asked around and followed your trail here.
All right, I get it. You were just as worried about me as Big Feng was, right?
How did it go? Did you find anything useful? I see that you didn't find any leads either. Don't worry, we'll find something. You were the one who encouraged me earlier. Now it's my turn to return the favor.
No rush for to repay me. I just figured once we got here, I'd be able to find my relative. Looks like it won't be that simple. I'm just feeling down, I guess. You're right, Big Fung. Get it together. We have to keep moving forward.
Exactly. If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
Actually, there is one thing. Someone here said the person I'm looking for was seen near the pangolin peddler.
The pangolin peddler? Over there! It's the finest example of Mohist craftsmanship. You pick what you want, put some coins in, and it gives you the goods in return. This one does seem a bit larger than the others. Maybe it's an improved version. Still, it should work the same way. I think we could both use a drink. Let me get you one. Oh, I get it. My mistake. Of course, I'll get you one too. Just put your Mohist tallies in here. The fragrant drink will come out over there. Rumor has it that the Grandmaster has been shut away all day because she's overseeing the development of a new pangolin peddler.
Speaking of, Big Fung, who exactly is this Grandmaster? I wanted to ask her about my relative, but everyone is so vague. Like they're hiding something.
Well, the Grandmaster is a bit unusual.
A sect master who keeps herself hidden away does sound unusual. But great masters are often eccentric, aren't they?
Oh, no, not eccentric in that sense. I mean, she thinks differently.
What? You mean the Grand Master is a little... off?
Shh! Yes and no. The elders all say that when it comes to Mohist techniques, the Grandmaster is a once-in-a-generation genius. But when it comes to dealing with people, she's... aloof, I suppose.
Aloof? What do you mean?
To the Grandmaster, the world is a vast mechanism, like a master butcher who sees only the bare flesh and bone when dissecting an ox. To many people, that makes her seem a little eccentric.
Go on.
I've never actually met her myself. I've only heard things. Old stories, really. A few years ago, the Mohists were at the height of their power. Led by the three paragons, artisans poured their hearts into new machines, inventions. The Skyward City was advancing by leaps and bounds. The next generation had its own three rising stars as well. People called them the new three paragons. You've already met one of them, senior sister Heron. The other two were a brother and a sister. And their story begins with Grandmaster Halcyon. Grandmaster Halcyon was an unparalleled swordsman who often ventured beyond the mountain, and just as often came back with something. One day, Elder Halcyon returned with 2 children. The younger brother was clever and sharp for his age, heroic, driven by justice. Elder Halcyon liked his talent and temperament, and took him in as her disciple. But the older sister, she was different. She spoke slowly, barely responded to anyone, and spent her days staring off into space. People whispered in private that the girl might be simple-minded. Then one day, Grandmaster Raven noticed her tracing patterns in the sand. He stood there watching for a long time, then abruptly declared that he would take the girl as his disciple. She might have been slow to speak, but she had an amazing gift for calculation. She could work through long strings of numbers in her head, in moments. And her memory. She could memorize complex formulas with only one glance. As the two of them grew older, the brother proved to be a bright and decisive leader and was given the title Falcon. The older sister, with her unmatched genius, was given the title Swallow. The two of them met senior sister Heron, the star disciple at the Prodigy Assembly. Those were the Mohist's brightest days. The elders believed that when Falcon and Swallow came of age, one would become the Grandmaster and the other the Grand Artisan. Working hand in hand, they would lead Mohist Hill to the dream we've pursued for generations. But 3 years ago, on the night of falling sky, it wasn't only the skyward city that came crashing down. Hope for the next generation fell with it. That night, Grandmasters Raven and Halcyon were caught in the duel of blood, when the skyward city exploded, turning the sky bright as day. Swallow, Falcon, and Heron were there. In a single night, Mohist Hill was shattered. Not long after, amidst the ruins, Swallow was chosen to become the new Grandmaster. That's why the Grandmaster hardly speaks and keeps her doors closed.
I can understand that. Someone who's smart but not good with people pushed into being Grandmaster by a sudden catastrophe. This isn't the life she wanted. Shedding herself off may have been the only solution.
It does. That's why Elder Peng handles the day-to-day matters for the sect in the Grandmaster's place. Peng watched Swallow grow up and still cares a lot for her. The other elders kind of let Elder Peng take the reins. They can barely exchange 3 words with the Grandmaster before storming off. The only problem is, when Elder Peng isn't here...
Then any important information has to go directly to the Grandmaster. Whatever kind of person she is, we'll have to meet her. I've heard she has a soft spot for gifted disciples. We did manage to get past senior sister Heron. Big Feng, is that enough for a meeting?
Probably not. But here, skill is respected above all else, and the truly capable do tend to find someone willing to vouch for them. I always carry a few questions with me. Why don't you give them a try? If you're good at quick calculation and planning, it might improve your chances.
You carry questions around with you?
When I was traveling in the outside world, I kept some on me for good luck, and to identify fellow disciples.
Then why not carry something like a Luban lock, or puzzle?
Those would expose my identity, but with the questions, even if I get caught, I can always say I'm just a lone cloud disciple.
Let's just hear the question.
Right, the questions. Now then, the first question. There's an iron blast furnace in Mohist Hill. The fire inside has just turned red, and it consumes 40 tin of firewood every 2 hours. If we boost the airflow and raise the temperature until the flame turns orange-yellow, how much firewood will it use? Wow, that was fast. Let me check. If you keep staring at me like that, my brain won't work. Why don't you go buy me a nice plum drink? By the time you're done, I'll have it solved. First step in solving a Mohist Hill problem. assume the environmental conditions. I've never seen this one before. Aha! 7 by 9 is 63. The sails blown in wind's free. Circle and square. Iron and air. One last step, Feng Jisheng. You can do this. I've got it. The final answer is 1 Jin and 6 Liang